What's good, guys? LM7 here, doing another 2016 review, just going down the line. This time we have the carbon freezing chamber. Alright. So, here is our littler box. It's the same size as Obi-Wan's Starfighter, but bigger than the Droid Escape Pod. Anyway, ages 7 to 12. This time is 75-137. It is the carbon freezing chamber. It has 231 pieces and should be $24.99 when it's released in the US. Now, if it does happen to be $19.99, I will put an annotation in the video and change the description, but I'm pretty sure this one will be $24.99. Anyway, you can see, obviously, the set itself. Let's flip to the back to see the features. And yes. So here's all the features for the set, and I will get to them momentarily. And then obviously the little schematic where my thumb is, which they shown on all the boxes so far. And there's only one weapon in the set, and it'd be for Boba Fett. So again, another smallish instruction manual. And if I flip to the final page here, it is 60 pages long. I think this is the longest build. I could be wrong, but I think this one is the longest build of the 4 mid-range sets. So, you know, it takes a little bit of time. It's more complex than the other ones I've reviewed so far. A little more than Obi-Wan's Starfighter, and a lot more than the Escape Pod. But let's get into the figures, one of which is new, the others are not. Wow, it almost wanted to focus by itself for once. That would have been cool. Anyway, our first minifigure is, of course, the lovely Han Solo. He looks pretty standard. White shirt, brown pants, not much detailing, but enough to represent Han Solo, and no back printing. He does have a second face, and this is the one after he's put in the carbonate, obviously with his eyes shut, and then here's his eyes open. He doesn't come with a weapon. Our next minifigure, which is one that people will like, is, of course, good old Boba Fett in all of his detailed glory. You can see there's quite a bit of detail. He does not have arm printing this time, but he even has foot printing, which is a nice addition. But he's not new. This is the same Boba Fett we got in Jabba's Sail Barge. So if you didn't pick that up and want him in a cheaper set, this is a great way to get him. And then we can just look at the rest. He's got his little jetpack. And underneath his helmet, he just has a standard clone face because he is a standard clone, hypothetically. And then we can look at his side cape real quick. Nice printing there as well. And then the only new minifigure in the set, which I think is a pretty nice minifigure actually, is the Urgnot, otherwise known as a little pig people. You can see he's got the classic worker garb on with dark gray undershirt and little gloves. And then his head mold is obviously new and pretty detailed. His little hair makes him look like an old man if you look at him from this way. But then he's clearly not a man from this direction, where you can see his weird little pig looking face. But he's pretty detailed. Obviously, this is the only set he's ever been in, so people will get it just for that fact alone. And lastly, you get Han Solo in carbonate. And there's been a few incarnations of this, so it's been around for a while. And obviously Han Solo can fit there by clipping his hands onto the little pegs right there. So, Now that we've finished the minifigures, I will show a closer look in a little bit, but this is essentially where you click on Han Solo's carbonate. Obviously you could see that on the box. I just wanted to show it in person before I put it on there. And now we can look at the set itself. So here's the top platform where all the people stand. The Ergonaut works here at his little computer. And that is a printed piece, actually. There's no stickers in this set, which is always nice. And the little computer, moves a little bit, but you don't really need it to. I'm just going to show a little detail before we look at some of the features. So there's that. There's that little thing. That's a feature. Here's the nice staircase, which I think looks cool. It is a double staircase, and it can move. It shouldn't, because it actually comes off if you lift it any higher than that. Here's just a little classic Bespin detail right there, just for fun. And then the back of the set, you can see, is open, and there's Technic beams and all kinds of stuff in there, and gears everywhere. But I will get to all of that. So I'm going to start with what I think is the most pathetic feature. It's kind of stupid, and at first I didn't even know what it was. But you can pull this little chamber aside. It is on a little hinge, unlike the other ones that are locked into place. This one's on a little hinge, and my hand's in the way, but you can see this little table. Here. It's just hard to hold this thing. You see this little table here with this clear piece. You spin this gear, and you drop the staircase. Anyway, you spin this little gear, and this plate comes down. It's hard to show it. There we go, here. Spin the gear, and this table comes down. That is where Han Solo can get tortured. That is his torture room. 1 second while I pick up the staircase, because it's kind of important. But just like I told you, if it bends up too far, it actually does come off. And that was the case right there. But anyway. So Han Solo can sit on the little table here, and I'll put him on there. Just to show you, he can get put on this little table. And there's Han Solo on the little table. The table doesn't move anymore with Han Solo on it, obviously, but this is where he gets tortured. And I actually have another use for Han, so once again, you just lift the lever and put up the table. That's it for that. That's the whole purpose of that. Like I said, I didn't even know what it was to begin with. The next feature is over here on this side. So this is the front. We were on this side past the staircase. And now we're on the far right side for you guys. So you can see it doesn't go up to the top. And there's a gear here. So what you do is you take the gear and you pull it up, and it's a little elevator, and it goes up and down. And the best part is, Lego thought a little ahead and decided, oh, they'll probably be disappointed if it just slides back down. I mean, yeah, that's a good play feature. You can keep making it go up and down, but you might want to have it lock. So you lift it up, and you push the gear over, and then the elevator stays in place. And I guess we can just use Han Solo yet again for this feature. And even though he's not the one who ever uses this elevator, but okay. So there's Han Solo, whoever you want, coming up. And there's the elevator, and he reaches destination. And bam. Lovely. I think that was a nice touch. They could have just made this another wall, but they made it into a feature, and I thought it was pretty cool. And it's an elevator. And it works nicely. Like, it could get jammed and all that kind of stuff, but it works very nicely. So, the last feature of the set is, you put Han Solo in the carbonate, obviously. And I'm going to put him in there. It's the first time I've ever put Han in here. But the feature behind this is you put them in. Yeah, I'd put them in the other way actually, but just for the sake of this, I'm putting them in this way. And you pull this lever out, and it gets sucked down. So we'll put it this way so you can't see. And then you can spin the gear, and just like in the movie, he comes back up, and he's in carbon. So it's pretty cool. You suck him down, spin it, and there's Han Solo. That's a pretty neat feature, and I like the whole gear system behind it. That was fun to build. But that is it for the carbon freezing chamber. I know a lot of people wanted a full Cloud City set, but they're going to have to make do with this one for now. And I think it's a nice addition. It's something we haven't seen forever. And, you know, it's got some nifty little features, and it's pretty fun to build. So, I think it's a pretty decent set. And for the price point, to get Boba Fett and a new Ugnaught, you can't go wrong there. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out. I appreciate it. There is a couple more reviews that will be coming up after this one. So stick around for those. But, thanks for watching. See you guys later.